does great sex always mean happy family? I mean, I want to add on to it lah, because they always feel that, oh, why is this couple very happy? Or because they have a very good sex life.
Yes. Important component lah, but there are other things like the responsibility, the concern and caring for each other, mutual sharing of household matter, taking of children. So it's only one aspect, because sex is only like you look at the bus, there are 4 wheels. Sex is one of the wheels. The other one could be roles and responsibility. Another one could be communication. Another wheel could be commitment to marriage. So it's one of the 4 wheels. Yeah. Though I would feel that, so I answer that way, if a couple don't have a good sexual relationship, it will ultimately lead to unhappiness, especially if it is unmatched need. You know, like one party feel that they are not being
Appreciated
or their sexual needs not being met. And then, but sometimes you cannot express and say that I'm not happy, you are not attending to me. Then what you do is what I call passive aggressive. You will not confront your partner, but you will make things difficult in a very subtle way. Like your maintenance you will give later, and let's say the husband's not happy, the wife, if there is an event, he will give excuses that he cannot go. You know, and then you're supposed to pick up the children, you forget to, you may not want to do, you have something on. So you get very subversive kind of thing that happen. Women also will do this. Both parties will do this because you're not happy with the marriage. This is called passive aggressive. And then in the long run, when this happens, you're just not happy. You will also be critical with each other. You get on each other's nerve. Yeah. So I think that if a couple is not happy with the sex life, it will have a ripple effect into all the aspect of your marriage life.
So doesn't mean the men say that, oh, but I give her a lot of sex, but she's still not happy. So that's not right.
So the needs are different. Men can say the sex, then you must find out what is it that you're not happy with.
No, discuss statements like this. I find it difficult to handle the men saying, I give her a lot of sex, but she's still not happy. But that's your perception. How do you know that sex is satisfactory to her?
In the first place.
I mean, you know, sometimes men punya perception, every time he gets sex, he get climax, and he thinks he's happy, she must be happy.
Yes.
So we have to investigate.
So we can't take it.
So anyway, what I wanted to contribute is, this question, whether a happy marriage must involve great sex.
Yeah.
You remember the hadith that we brought earlier about Rasulullah and Jabir. You know, when Jabir got married, he asked, and firstly, Rasulullah said, why didn't you marry a young girl so that you can play with her? It doesn't mean that old woman you cannot have fun with old woman. He is only saying that Jabir was young. You know, it's very unlikely that you will have fun with an older woman. You know, you usually you will have fun with a person of the same age. So anyway, in that hadith, when Jabir explained why he married an old woman, he said, because I have many sisters who need to be looked after. I don't want to marry somebody of their age. I want to marry somebody that can look after them. And the Prophet said what? The Prophet didn't say you stupid. He said, oh, that is also a valid reason. So what I want to say here is, there are many definitions of happiness. So one of it is actually to make it simple to have great sex life. Jabir's case, he wasn't looking for it. And the Prophet said it's valid. So it's not for us to go around judging. However, theoretically, this is only theoretical. We don't use it to judge, but theoretically, hypothetically, does it mean that if you have great sex, you will have happy marriage? I think it means. That's why I say I think it's a theory. I think it does, because Allah says so. Allah said, remember the ayat Arum ayat 21. That He created meeting so that you will have sakinah mawadah warahmah. That is the definition of a happy marriage life. So if sex will give you that, great sex will give you greater sakinah mawadah warahmah. Theoretically, that is philosophically. But practically, I think also it will depending on your definition of great sex. If your understanding of great sex is this kind of sex that is raunchy, and it must be wonderful, acrobatic, athletic, and the orgasm must be a few times, and it must be spectacular. If that is your definition of great sex, then I think it's debatable. But if your definition of great sex is to be the Prophet said, that that it must be based on a strong sensual and emotional connection between two souls. And then it extends outwards from that emotionality to the sensuality to the sexuality. If that is your definition of great sex, then having great sex will lead to a happy family. Because in order for the wife to be involved in that kind of sex, she must be happy. If she's not happy with her husband, she cannot participate. Okay, this is a theory which we wrote. This is a theory brought forth by this sex therapist called Ian Kerner. He explained that there is a difference between female desire and male desire.